Assalamu alaikum. Another 9-hour shift done, alhamdulillah. I know I'm wearing the exact same outfit as before. No, I just have multiple black shirts and multiple black pants. I don't have my white bandana as yesterday. But enough of the yip yap. Videos about, before I start, I'm imagine you right now, pause, that I just want to get out the way. I know, and I kind of dislike it myself, I'm now making videos in a car. That's like a trend now, I notice. Every like small creator, a new creator that just don't care or starting off or don't have like a nice studio to set up. Listen, good ideas pop up while I'm driving. And, you know, you don't gotta watch it. So if you're tired of the car videos, I don't know what to say, bro. But the video is about how I overcame majority of the body dysmorphia and most of the insecurities I've had over time. And especially for a lot of young guys nowadays, they are dealing with a lot of insecurities, from extreme body dysmorphia to feeling the need to take steroids to these guys in model. Hey, yo. Nice people. I don't even know their names. Hey, say hi to your neighbor today. That's weird. Back in the day, my parents, they knew everybody around the neighborhood. And I notice it's a trend now to not even know like your neighbor's name. That's not good. That's not good for society. To live like next to someone for 20 years, you don't know their name. That's weird. Anyways, yip yapping. What I'm good at. Everybody's insecure about something. The homeless dude's insecure just as much as the freaking Kim K, Kylie Jenner, the Instagram models with fake butts. All of them. Even the ones that are exposing every single part of their body and doing the haram, they are more insecure. Probably more insecure than everybody you know. Because they have that extra layer of just like, oh yeah, people see everything in HD 4K. So what does this all mean? Everybody's insecure. So I'm putting in my 2 cents how I got over my shit. I don't mean to cuss. I don't like cussing. From age 15, 14, okay, I basically grew up with the notion that I was ugly. That's how I grew up. I grew up basing the majority of my identity as in you was not good looking at all. Turns out I just had very bad social skills. I'm not saying I'm the most handsome dude, but I've come across enough experiences to where I understand, you know what, maybe I'm not actually ugly. And that's kind of segueing into it. For people that think, you know, or people that go to the gym, for instance, people that can constantly look at Instagram for comparison of like models, Gymshark athletes, all those things. I'll tell you the one thing that contributed to me being able to, one, communicate with people. I could have a conversation with anybody on the planet. It don't matter what background you're from. It don't matter who you are, what race, what religion. We can chop it up. Doesn't matter if it's the opposite sex. I don't do that though. If I'm gonna talk to a girl, it's gonna be my wife, inshallah. And how to basically, in a world of everybody that you think is better than you, how do you think, you know what? I think my brain is cracking right now. I don't trust what he's saying. How'd I get over it? First thing on communication, I learned it was by accident on how I learned how to talk to people and how to communicate. I had a very scary job back in the day when I was like 18, fresh 18-year-old. I go to this warehouse job, and the warehouse job, I'm gonna tell you, 99.999% of them were guys who went to prison or jail. Going to jail and prison is not the same thing. I learned that over there. Every single day, that place was like, it was like prison. It was ran like a prison. How it would be like, I would be in this group, right? They told me, hey, yo, don't go over there to that group. That's their area. This is our area. You do not go anywhere near that group. And over time, I spent like, 6 months, 7 months over there. And I quit just to go to welding school. I used all that overtime money, 80 hours a week, to pay for welding school straight up. No interest, no whatever. The skills that I learned there, I was a awkward guy. I still am an awkward guy sometimes. Where, you know what I mean, I don't go to many social events because I'll most likely just be the guy chilling. I remember one time I was invited to a birthday party. Man, I ain't saying no word to nobody. And I was just chilling. You know what I mean? You know, smile on my face sometimes. Yeah. Hi. How are you? All good in here? And just stand there like a creepy dude for like 10 or 20 minutes at a time. And then I was like, you know what? My brain was like, you know, maybe you should get out of this situation. So I did. I told to the person who invited me, like, hey, it's a good party. I gotta go to work. I ain't had to work that day. So how did I get over that type of anxiety of communication? When I went to that place, learning how to being with people every single day helps. So it's basically kind of like working out. You adapt the more you expose yourself to it. I was exposed to the most scary stimulus of all time. Everybody I talked to, killers, pimps, robbers. I swear I met this one black Mexican. No, wait, he was black. He was Muslim, actually. He was Muslim and he was black and he had a Mexican name. His name was, we ain't gonna say his real name. His name is Javier. He told me how he got to prison. That was the funniest story of my life. Over there, I learned how to freestyle. Over there, I learned how to tell good stories. Over there, they showed me what it was like in certain areas and how they grew up. And every day, you getting comfortable talking to killers all day. Like I met this one old dude. He did 30 years. You think do you know what he did? Look at me. If you're driving, still look at me. Don't get crashed. Don't get caught up in the eyes, though. I get complimented on those a lot, mashallah. He said, I ain't ask him. Hell no, I ain't ask him. You crazy? 30 years? He also taught me how to weld. He was a very nice guy. So what does this all got to do with it? I constantly was forced to expose myself to other people that were physically intimidating, just verbally intimidating. Anything that there was intimidating, that was them. It was like a bunch of Mike Tysons. Not really Mike Tysons, but like a bunch of people that, hey, yo, they could run you up. They could run you up really easily. That, along with doing that for like 80 hours a week, you get comfortable talking to people. It's really that simple. Just doing it over and over and over again and being scared. I almost got in a bunch of fights. Everybody just left prison. They just got off the bus. They got that prisoner mentality still. So I had to watch what I would say. And over there, constantly talking to people, it taught me social cues, majority of them. And then after I left that place to go back to school, I'm back with people my own age. I'm like, man, this light work. I used to be scared to talk to these people, talk to anybody. And now I'm just like, yeah, this is nothing. This is light work, girls. I don't care. I've talked to somebody who been shooting since he was 12 years old. He told me how he lost everything and has 3 baby mamas. Nothing you will say will surprise or scare me. So that's the one thing that happened to me that helped me get over the social anxiety. Next thing was like physical and like self-image. My self-image was always the assumption. So first off, I always assumed I was ugly. So how did I get over that? I got over that also by accident. How can you get over it? First thing, go to public places to where it don't look weird if you're alone. Like the library, like a park. Not with kids though. Workout park. Let's say you go to a freaking Starbucks, get some coffee. Go to maybe the movies even. Chill. And you chop it up with the teller. You be like, hey man, I just got home. I'm a bit of a nerd. I ain't gonna lie, I'm a bit of a nerd. Do you have any recommendations? It's been a while since I've been out. I'm trying to get out the crib. I'm trying to enjoy myself. What do you recommend? And that conversation right there, listen, a lot of nerds, no offense, work at a theater. Nothing wrong with that. They will be glad to tell you. You asking them what they like, what they want to do, they will gladly tell you what they want. And you could chop it up, and especially if it's in a similar interest. I'm interested in anime. What do you recommend? They gonna chop it up with you and tell you about, you gonna watch this, this, and this, and y'all could talk about it. But you have to go in without the intention. Your intention is to enjoy yourself for you, not to make friends. Friends is a byproduct and a side effect. That's how you gotta look at it. So that way, when it don't work out, you ain't gonna trip. What's the next thing? Oh yeah, for looks. Okay, let me tell you something. Let's say if you're a guy, right? That chick that's bad as hell. Beautiful. 10 out of 10. Whatever she is, homie. Let me tell you something. Don't listen to whatever all these self-improvement guys say. Okay. She has just as many insecurities, worries, stresses as the next person. So how do you get over assuming that you think you is a Schmeagle looking guy? I'll tell you what. I've seen some Lord of the Rings stuff type freaking what's that guy's name? Whatever. Schmeagle looking people. I've seen some Schmeagle looking guys get with some dimes. I'm like, how? How? They literally just wear that confidence, or they even fake it. They just like, hey, if he's cool with you, it's cool with you. And if it's not cool, it's not cool. Essentially, like the last thing. Keep trying to basically talk to the opposite sex and try to improve your looks as much as you can. For some people, there's just no help saving them. Most things you can do, a guy can do, or even for a girl, maybe there's like a negative 1% chance of girls watching. One thing you can do: work out, get a haircut. That's about it for guys. If you a streamer, a nasty person, shower every day, clean, floss, do all that. Manscape down there everywhere. That'll help out a lot. And if you a girl watching this, I mean, should do the same thing. I don't know the perspective. I'm 21. What you think I know everything? Hell no. If this is mainly, I'm assuming mostly guys watch my stuff anyways. So if you as a guy and you're worried about how you look and how you present yourself, understand that comes from within. Because I look at any time when I'm insecure about myself. Let's say I'm Muslim. I pull up in a thobe, right? I'm scared of how I look in a thobe because somebody might do something or might say something, or I'm a little shy on me wearing my thobe. If I wear my thobe, I'm worried. But then I think to myself, man, there are people with tails up they behind, suspenders and blue hair waving, and like wear weird long socks, and they walk around like they own the place. I'm more normal than them, so what's the matter? Or I'll be worried to wear my thobe, and I'll remember all the sisters that gotta wear the hijab. They literally carry their religion on their shoulders 10 toes down. That's respectable. If that's something like that comparable, I just remember to the people that like are carrying or not representing. They're showing off something that, not showing off, what's the word? They're basically showing off something that's not just superficial, okay? They're demonstrating how modest they are, how confident they are, or what they're willing to wear on their sleeve. Like, that person, that fur, that guy's a tail up their butt, and they chilling. Why would I trip if I'm wearing what's considered a man dress? My guy, there is plenty of people that look like doo-doo butter talking to the baddies. And if you think you can't get a baddie, get one that's on your level. There's plenty of, I'll be seeing some couples, I'll be like, dang, may Allah bless you, may Allah help you. And then I see his wife or his girlfriend, and then it's like, oh, you're on the same level. That's love right there. That's beautiful. So that's kind of, the way I kind of got over it was just thinking, see, because I used to think I was decent looking, and only thing I had to like show off for good looks was my body, because I worked out a lot. I eventually thought just like I was like a 5 or 6 out of 10, and that if my face was covered, like if I had no head, just the body, then I would go up a point or two. That's how like bad it was in assuming like how bad I looked. Eventually, it's literally a growth thing. It's more of like, when I was 15, confidence was in existence. When I was 18, I was faking it. When I was 21, or when I am 21, I kind of have some now to where I'm just like, I don't really care, because I'm like, let's say I'm like a peach. Some people like peaches. Some people just don't like peaches. And it is what it is. I can't do nothing about it. You gotta remember, there is someone for you. There's someone looking at you, being like, you look good. But that first person got to be yourself first. What's the next thing? Self-image issues. You think that you ain't good enough. My man, you was always not going to be good enough, no matter what. Because guess what? You set the standard. And your standard's always forever climbing up. So it's your choice. When I thought, I would literally think I'd be working in terrible environments. And I would think me quitting would show that I was a bad employee, which it obviously does come leaving. But the point is, I would be the top performer in whatever job I was. It didn't matter what it was. In my second welding job, I was promoted to a level 3 welder, and I was one of the youngest guys to ever do that. I was level 3, while homies there that were there for 2-3 years ain't even past level 2 yet. I knew I did good work, but I always thought to myself, hey man, if I do this, I'm not that good. It didn't matter what I did. Any compliment, any achievement that I could do, I would always regard it as they lying or they want something from me. That may be from some traumatical BS or something like that. But over time, how did I kind of overcame it? I overcame it due to constant exposure. Constantly proving to myself that, hey, yo, I'm that guy, essentially. Because every single spot, because you got to kind of do some internal dialogue. You got to think to yourself, it's like, is this actually true? Like, factually, sometimes your brain will literally only look at the negative things. And so when I literally took the time to be like, am I really a bad person for leaving this shitty environment? Because it's just like, am I really that bad? Because I remember in every single job, they be begging me to stay there or begging me to come back. So is that really true? Is that really true? And that's something you gotta kind of think to yourself, like, am I really a lazy person? Homie, you just worked 80 hours. Nobody even wants to work the 40 they already got to do, and you did double that. Or am I really a lazy person just because, I don't know, I didn't do all the errands I had to do today. I ain't do all the work. I had to cut my workout short because life was hitting. My man, sometimes the small victories is still a victory. You ain't look at all of it. Yeah, you ain't get to finish the workout today, but you worked out, though. You ain't get to hit all the macros perfectly. You ain't get to, I don't know, freaking read as much Quran as you wanted to. You ain't memorize as much Quran as you wanted to. But guess what? You still have the opportunity to get up and try again later, though. Inshallah, if you make it out through the night. You have, as long as you breathe in, basically, there's still a chance for you to do more and that you got more in you. You will constantly raise the bar no matter what it is. And it only is going to stop raising if you take a second to pause, look back at all the achievements and what you have done, record them in your brain and verbally say it out loud. I did this. That was badass. Man, not many people did that. And then you'll start to see that, hey, you know, maybe I'm not as worthless or as bad as I thought. This is a bit of a motivational yip yap. And I hope, I genuinely, I hope it helps my joke around a lot because I want to be myself. So if, in case though, 0% chance any of y'all meet me or some of my friends or family see me like this, they's like, yep, that's him. No difference. No difference. All right. I hope that helps. See ya.